Hello, welcome to Susie Unshaped. I'm Susie, and this is where we unshape all the layers and belief systems, the emotional shapewear that we've been wearing that you don't even realize you're wearing, and we uncover the most amazing, we uncover who you truly are, which is an amazing, magical miracle of the universe. So thank you for being here. It's interesting, actually. I got a comment yesterday about a video I posted, and it was a really sweet comment, but they said towards the end, they said, I'm interested in what you're saying, but to an outsider, the terms that you're using and your train of thought is very hard to follow. And I was like, fair enough. And I think that's why I sort of recommend everyone goes and does the 31-day challenge, living from your heart in a 3D world, because it probably is confusing what I'm talking about if you haven't done the 31-day challenge, because I've been figuring out these things for myself. I did the challenge for me to be accountable, to keep coming back to my heart, and to really asking the big questions and peeling back the layers and peeking through the curtain. And once you've done the challenge, the curtain's gone. The veil of illusion has disappeared. We can see through that. But the part that's so important is the living in the 3D world part. And that's the part where 3D life, which is as real as it can get, it isn't stopping. Where this lifetime where we're actually dancing between the two. And I say dance, but it's more like learning to snowboard. It's like bang, bang, bang. It is not graceful. I'm not feeling one bit graceful at the moment. I am bouncing between 5D, and then I go into 3D for quite a while, and then I'll be come out the other side and oh, that's right, we're living in the 5D now. And living in the 5D means living from your heart. And the reason it's so difficult for us is that we've never consciously done this. So you've been doing it unconsciously, living from your heart's doing the stuff that you love, the stuff that gives you the wiggle, the woo, I'm so excited. That stuff, when you feel pure joy and excitement, that is living from your heart. But it's always just now we're consciously choosing to live from our heart. And this is the part that gets tricky, because by consciously choosing to live from our heart, we have to consciously not listen to our 3D mind, which, bless its cotton socks, is designed to keep us safe. It's kept us alive until now. It's kept us alive through all these lifetimes. And so that's the clunky part. It's not listening to this and shifting to listen to this. And I must say, I rewatched the video and I was, and I agree, it was a bit confusing, because what I was talking about is, how do you turn this off and listen to our heart? And I was talking about the 0 point, and the 0 point just literally means where your heart connects to infinite intelligence. That's all it is. But I get it. And I was borrowing that term. Well, not borrowing. Lots of people call it the 0 point. But if you haven't heard it before, it would have been a bit confusing. And especially then I started talking about portals and things. And so that would have been very confusing. But all it means is connecting into our heart space, because that connection there is the one that's connected into infinite intelligence. I, as I labeled it, not AI, I. That connection point, it's that connection that will give us the infinite intelligence. That's where we need to be leading from. And that's why it's so clunky, because our brains don't have the intelligence. Bless them. They're amazing. They've done amazing work, but they don't have the intelligence our hearts have. They have our 3D intelligence, but the real deal's in here. And that's why this is so clunky, because our brains keep trying to jump ahead and solve the problem. But as I said in the past one, like, they don't have all the data. They don't have enough data to solve the problem. Only our heart, and it's not a problem, it's to guide you on the path. So like our pathways going forward, we are being guided, but our brain doesn't know. It doesn't know the data for how to get there. It doesn't know the coordinates. Our heart knows the coordinates. And that's why it's so clunky. And I've been so there's 3D, 5D, and then so I will just give you an example. Lately, my 3D brain has just gone, vroom, cannot, too much, can't cope. It is not coping with taking its hand off the steering wheel. It is not coping at all. So I've had big bouts where I've gone into autopilot. My 3D brain has taken over, and it's like, no, we're going to figure this out. We're going to keep you safe. Like, we can figure this out ourselves. And I've just put 2 and 2 together the last couple of days, and I don't think I've actually connected the dots in this way before about our central nervous system and our ability to connect into our hearts. Like, I probably have without actually getting the words to connect, if that makes sense. Like, I know to connect into our hearts, we go into nature, like watch a beautiful sunset, like ground yourself. And so I was describing what you do to calm your central nervous system down, but I don't think I had connected the dots that it is actually our central nervous system, that if it's not regulated, it's very hard to connect into our heart space and to listen to that infinite intelligence. And so, like, if I look back, and it was actually, do you know what it was that brought me to figure this connection out? Even though I think I knew the connection, I just didn't verbally connect the two. It was actually one of those ads for, I think is it the Liven app? Anyway, I'm not going to buy the app, but it was sort of like, it was and they're doing all this white label influencer marketing now. So it was actually like a person giving their recount on like, and it was an ad for the app, but it was the story that she told before that. And then she realized that her central nervous system was just kaput. Like, it was fried, frazzled, all of the things. And it was interesting because I resonated with a lot of the, would you call it symptoms? A lot of the things she was using to numb, distract, and it was all ways to try and regulate a dysfunctional central nervous system. And I resonated with so many of the things that she was reaching for. And so that's when I had the light bulb aha moment. I was like, oh my God. I resonate with all of that. I don't need the app. Like, we know how to, we can regulate our central nervous system in so many other ways. You don't need the app, or maybe you do, I don't know, but I'm not going to subscribe to the app. But so I was talking the other day how I was like absolutely fried from an event, and I had to spend a day and a half in bed after it. Like, I was shattered, broken, like kaput. And so I had that, and I think I read that, the universe gives you what you need when you're ready to see it. And so I could see the symptoms. I could see my central nervous system was frazzled. And I think that it's something to be really aware of, because our brains do not like to let go of the steering wheel. They do not like it. And so they're sending signals like unsafe, 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 flight or fright, like unsafe. Like, my body is getting so many signals right now of unsafe. This is unsafe, this is unsafe, this is unsafe. So that's why this dance is clunky. Shifting into this heart coherence and living from this connection and this intelligence. But our brain's going, no, not safe, not safe, not safe. Like, it is. So I would nearly call it's a little bit traumatic. And I suppose a lot of people have likened this time now to like the metamorphosis of like butterfly and the dragonfly and the like even being born and like going through the birth canal, like, do you think that baby knows it's safe when it's being squished and squashed and going into it doesn't know what's going on? Do you think it knows what's going on? Like, I don't know if it does. Does the butterfly know what's going on? Like when it goes to liquefied mush and then it's got to like break out of the chrysalis, like it's got an instinct, it needs to do it, but does it feel safe? I feel like this is what's happening right now. And I suppose that poor viewer yesterday, if I haven't confused her before, I wonder how confused they'll be now. Sorry, I just assumed it was a her. I don't know if it was a her or a he, so we just confuse them. So it is clunky, and this nervous system, like being kind to our nervous system. So that's what I just pulled it back to. And it's so interesting because I rested. Like, I am not a rester. I don't rest. I'm a doer. And I even digitally detoxed and read a book, like a paperback book with writing on it. And I went to the beach and I grounded, I sat in the sun, I put my feet on the grass, and I had a really I listened to my body. I listened, what did it want to eat? Like, I ate really fresh things that were really tasty and zingy and nourished myself and just really connected back in and listened to what I wanted. Just breathe. Because we know breathing is the number one central nervous system reset. Breathing is your number one tool to life. It's the gateway to life. The breath connects us up to infinite intelligence. That's why when we're all breathing up here, we're like cutting off our connection. So deep. And that's why I like even with the shapewear, like this is how this all started with my anti-shapewear movement. I mean, for physical shapewear, because I have a physical anti-shapewear product, which is like a second skin. You have smooth lines underwear without being tight and constricted, because if you are cut off and it is tight and you can't breathe, it is literally disconnecting you from your infinite intelligence. So I'm not going to get into all the opposing forces in the world right now, but just thinking maybe the ones that want you like squished and sucked and unable to breathe might be the ones that are wanting you not to connect to your higher self, to your infinite intelligence. And I have a sneaking suspicion that all this GLP-1 and it is so I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it is so readily available. The number of ads I get for it, or whatever the new one is that you don't need the script for, whatever that one is. The fact that you can just click, I don't know, there's just a light bulb going off for me that I feel like it might be another way to block our connection from our hearts up to our infinite intelligence. But that's just a little thing I have back here just going. I'm not sure why they want us all on this. Again, another story of that we're not enough. Just breathe. Just breathe. Because if you connect in here and if you actually heal all of the stories that you're not enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not thin enough, whatever you're not enough of, and connect into your heart when you're eating and when you're moving, what do you want to eat? If you sit here right now, what pops into your head? That's what your body wants. Disconnecting from that, you're disconnecting from what your body needs to fuel it. Just breathing. And then listen to it and go and get it. Your body, this heart intelligence is so superior to anything this I love you 3D mind, you've done a great job, but this heart intelligence knows, what do I need right now? My heart's saying you want ginger chicken. Isn't that funny? And it's funny because I have my beautiful friend Anna, and we used to have ginger chicken nearly every day for lunch. And I miss my lunches with Anna and our ginger chicken. So maybe it's like a memory lunch that I need the ginger chicken for. But ginger chicken it is. But like, listen, our bodies know, what it needs. And if it says that you need a dark chocolate peanut butter cup, like, you don't know why you need the dark chocolate peanut butter cup, and you don't need to know. It's like, it's unlikely your body's going to tell you to eat the whole packet because A, they're really rich and that would make you feel sick. And your body doesn't want to feel sick. It wants to feel joyous and excited. And like, it's here, like this heart intelligence is here to enjoy this human experience with all of its infinite intelligence and knowledge. And this is the lifetime where we get to do both. But I get it's clunky because this brain does not like letting go. I am, hand on heart, Exhibit 1 over here. Hello, that's me. My brain does not like letting go of control. People who know me might be laughing about the fact that I like to be in control. I like to control things, and usually I jump out in front of everything and manage everything so I can be the one in control. But so it does not like letting go. But the destination, where we're going, our brain doesn't know the GPS coordinates. Our heart knows the GPS coordinates, and it knows the path as well. So that's it. We just have to thank our brains, thank our 3D minds for being so helpful in getting us to where we are now. And then we have to let our hearts take over. And I think this will only be clunky for a bit. I think soon we'll get so used to it that it won't be so difficult. But at the moment, yeah, it's clunky. And I do get ripped into the 3D world, and then I'll come up and I'm like with stresses and life stuff happening, and I will forget to connect in. And that's where your central nervous system is really, it's like your indicator. It's your indicator. And if you're at a 9 out of 10, there's like about a 2% chance that you're listening to your heart. Maybe little bits, little grabby bits, but most likely not. And so I think I have been saying this in the 3D challenge. It's like you need to bring yourself down to a 3 or a 4 so that you're in the space where you can hear and listen. And so whatever you need to do to bring to balance your central nervous system, like how many coffees are you drinking a day? Are you needing like 3 coffees just to get back to 0? Like, are you chasing it in the morning? Like, that for me is a really big indicator. Or maybe like you're chasing that glass of wine at the end of the day because you just want the noise to stop. Like, what are you chasing? Are you binge eating comfort food because you're desperate to just feel that sense of like peace? Like, where are you looking for your peace? That's the indicator of where you are, what your scale is on 0 to 10. And then self-love is actually just giving yourself the space to bring yourself back down to a 3 or a 4. Like, that's what it is. It's actually, it doesn't matter what you do. If you go for a walk on the beach, if you meditate, if you have a nice long bath, if you do a face mask, it's actually gifting yourself the time and space to take care of you, however that looks. Self-care ritual, whatever that looks like. Might be getting your nails done at a nail spa. Might even be just allowing yourself 20 minutes to paint your own nails. Like, it might be like allowing yourself the time to go and sit in the sun instead of doing the to-do list and getting the jobs done, cleaning the house. My house desperately needs sweeping at the moment, but no, I'm not going to do that. Like, right now, my self-love is actually talking to you guys. Because when I talk to you, I process this. Like, I am processing, like, the reason I talk to you is actually for me. I'm processing everything I'm saying for myself as I speak to you. I could actually not even post these, and it would have the same benefit for me. But I figure if I'm figuring this out as I'm speaking to you, that even if it helps one person have one aha moment, then that brings me joy, and that actually gives my own process purpose for me, for others to be in service. So by me helping myself, if I can be at the same time of service, like primo, like, isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. If you're still watching me at 19 minutes and 51 seconds, then I don't know, drop me a comment. Do you think that's amazing? My self-processing, being able to help one person have an aha moment, or just hear something a little bit differently and go, oh, and just a perspective shift, because that's all this is. It's just a series of perspective shifts. Like, realistically, that's all life is. Like, there is a 360-degree perspective on every situation. And I'll always remember, like, I think good, like, when you have a mentor or a really good person that gives you guidance, what they're actually doing is just showing you the same situation from different angles, like different perspectives. Because it's really hard. Like, you know, when you're talking to a friend, or I was talking to someone, I can't even remember if it was about business, or I love talking about business. Like, if you want to come to me with your business, like, lay it all out on the table, what you love, what's not working, what is working, what you'd like to do more of, what you'd like to do less of. Like, that is my favorite game to play. And all I'm doing is looking at it from a different perspective and offering them alternative perspectives, because they're so in it that they can't see. Same with like relationships, but I prefer business counseling because I tend to, and I give the relationships chat. Those seem to loop because people actually don't want to break their habits. They like to stay in the loop. Oh my God, I apologize. I'm really digressing, but business stuff is really fun. Or even like life stuff, like what do you want to do with your life? Like what brings you passion? And then looking at ways that you can incorporate that into your life. Like I love doing that sort of stuff. I would do it all day, every day. Sorry, I digress. But often what I'll hear is, oh wow, I hadn't thought of it like that. And all that is just seeing things from a different angle, from a different perspective. Because as I said, every situation has 360-degree round view. Like, oh, it's actually probably a sphere, isn't it? There's like, well, look at that. What am I doing there? I don't know. An infinite ball, well, I suppose there's infinite possibilities and perspectives on any situation. You're like, if I haven't lost you by now, then you're a fan for life, I think. Anyway, okay, I digress, but the point of this video is to watch where your central nervous system is at, because that, I think, can give you an indicator of how close you are able to be connecting to your heart. And I suppose that is what I've been saying the whole time. I've just lumped in the word central nervous system. But you know what's good? Like, just Google what's good for your central nervous system. Like, things that are calming, meditations, music. Just giving yourself space and time to do whatever it is you want or need. You tired. I reckon 80% of you are just tired. Go and have a nap. Like, literally, I mean that. If you're tired, there is no point flogging yourself through that to-do list. Like, A, it's going to take you twice as long to do any of the tasks. And B, you're just overwhelming yourself more and more and more. Like, you'll be surprised. And I'm not a great sleeper. Never have been. My brain thinks too much for sleeping. But a guided meditation, something that you can listen to that will take your mind off things. And that's actually why I can't listen to podcasts, because to me, they actually take my mind off the thinking, off the loop. Like, my brain is like, this. And so it actually, because it takes my mind off my looping, I just zone out and it makes me really sleepy. Like, it actually, their talking neutralizes my chatter, which makes me sleepy. So I actually, to go to sleep, I listen to people talking. Because enough of my brain is engaged in what they're saying. And it was actually really funny, because the way I got onto this was, there was the podcast that bores people to sleep. It was literally like, and that's how I realized podcasts bore me to sleep. It's not because they're boring. If I see it, if it's a video, like, that's why I can watch podcasts on YouTube where I see people, then I am engaged. For me, I need the visual connection as well. Otherwise, it just turns me off. Anyway, I seriously digress. You might be tired. You're probably tired. Find a way to have a 20-minute guided meditation, or just sit, or even an hour. If you can't nap, what it is just like put on some nice music, or just like something that's not engaging you, something that's relaxing you. 20 minutes doing that. Something that also maybe is like turning it, like if you're looping, don't loop, like turn your brain off somehow, however that is for you, whatever tricks you have up your sleeve to turn your brain off. I think by now you probably know what turns your brain off, but if it doesn't, try the guided meditation or the podcast that bores you to sleep. Something that just takes your attention away, and you'll be surprised at how much more energized you are. I think it was Tim Ferriss, I think his name is, that said, we need to normalize the midday nap. And that is like, as I said, I can't nap in the middle of the day, but if I could, it makes so much sense. Because he's like, and then you get 2 mornings, like I'm a morning person. So I'm super productive in the morning from like 8 till 11, 12. I'm just like bang, 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 bang. And then in the afternoon, like 2 or 3, like I'm tired. So he's right. Like if you could do that, work from 8 till 12, then have a nap, like have some lunch and then a nap. And then like you get another from 1 till 5 of the same energy that you have from 8 till 12. Like, well, that would be like primo. Okay, sorry, I really am babbling now and I'm going to stop. I love you lots. I hope this made sense. And self-care, buy yourself some time. Love you. Bye.